to a pumpkin farm yesterday, right?
We did.
You did?
It was the field trip. And we saw a pig that stinks.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
We saw the pig was really big.
All right.
Lots of learning, lots of learning.
All right, well, I have a book that is about another type of fruit that grows on a farm, and it's about apples. Did you guys see any apples yesterday? No?
But they had
All right. Well, similar to a pumpkin, apples also grow on farms, except apples grow on trees. So this title of the book, where's the title? Can anyone point right here?
Yeah.
The title is The Apple Pie That Papa Baked. And what does the author do? What does the author do?
Write the pages.
They write the book. So the author is Lauren Thompson and illustrated by Jonathan Bean. Can anyone tell me what the illustrator does? Let's call him someone. Alright, I'm gonna call on someone else. Let's see, it's someone over here. How about you? What is
the words?
the illustrator? That's the author. What does the illustrator do? Yes, they draw the pictures. All right. So apple pie that Papa baked. Actually, before we start, let's look at the cover. Let's look at the illustrations. We see a little girl over here, and we see a man over here holding a pie. So I wonder if that's Papa. And maybe this little girl is the girl who tells the story from her perspective.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I wonder if the Papa go to apple pie.
I wonder. All right. This is the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa bakes. So now we have a page with no pictures. Let's see what's happening. We have the little girl over here, and she just woke up. Looks maybe she was sleeping. And the sun's just coming up, and we see the man, maybe that's her dad, with a ladder. Maybe he's going to the apple tree.
Yes. Apple. Yeah. He might be. Are you trying to fix the roof?
Mm-hmm. So here's another page. We see the little girl. She's chasing after her father. These are the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. So we see all the apples up here in the tree. Yep, and we see this is her dad down here inside the tree. This is the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. These are the roots. Does anyone know what the roots are?
They're like something that goes in the apple.
Well, the roots are part of the tree. So the roots are down here at the bottom. Those are what hold the tree into the ground, and that's where the tree gets the nutrients. So these are the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked.
They make an apple pie.
He is. This is the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. Let's see over here. We see the little girl. She's taking the apples back into the house, probably to make the pie, right?
Yeah.
So these are the clouds, heaped and round, that dropped the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. So what are they doing over here? He's taking off the skin of the apples, right?
And we bake.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a question? Or an observation? No? Do you have an observation, Mabel? No? Observation?
The Papa is taking off they're making pie apple.
They are. And look, Who do we see over here in the window?
The cow.
The cow. I wonder what he's doing. And who else? We see some birds over here with the cow. This is the sky, wide and fair, that carried the clouds, heaped and round, that dropped the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew what did the tree grow?
Apple.
The apples, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. This is the sun, fiery and bright, that lit the sky wide and fair, that carried the clouds, heaped and round, that dropped the rain, cool and fresh, that watered the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grew the apples, juicy and red, that went in the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. This is the world blooming with life. Wow. The world blooming with life that spins with the sun, fiery and bright, that lights the sky, wide and fair, that carries the clouds heaped and round, that drops the rain, cool and fresh. Where does the rain go? What does it do? It helps to water the roots, deep and fine, that fed the tree, crooked and strong, that grows the apples, juicy and red, to go in the, where do the apples go?
Pie.
The pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. And look, we see more animals over here. This is the pie, warm and sweet, that Papa baked. For me. And look, she's eating her pie, but there's all these animals over here. I wonder if she's going to share with them. For me and for you. What do you guys think?
Good.
It's good? Alright, so let's review really quickly. I know this book started with the apples, were the first ingredient of the pie, but what do you need in order to grow an apple? What's the first thing you need?
First you need to put some red stuff on the apples.
Well, do you automatically, does an apple appear, or do we have something that grows the apple?
The tree grows the apple. Water.
Water. And what does the water go onto that makes the apple? When you bite into an apple, what are the little brown things that you see?
Seeds.
Seeds, yes. So we need a seed to plant, which grows a flower, which grows into a tree.
You could put some seeds around a garden.
Exactly.
And then it could make some flowers if you put a little bit of water in.
Exactly. All right, so we have the seed, and then what comes next?
Water.
We put water on it, and we grow
And a tree.
We grow a flower. And then what does the flower grow into?
Apple.
A tree.
A vegetable tree.
An apple tree. And then what grows on the tree?
Apples.
And then where do we put the apples? Where do they go into?
In a basket.
In a basket, or we can make a, what did he make in this book?
Apple
A
pie.
pie. Yes, very good. All right. So I have a little worksheet for you guys. And we can do the life cycle of an apple. And so we have the seeds, the pie, the apple, the flower, and the tree. So you guys will get a chance to cut each one of these out. And starting here, we'll put the very first thing, the seed, and then you get to see what comes next. You put what comes after.
Water.
Well, using these pictures,
Pie.
we'll put the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And then you'll have your very own life cycle of an apple.
What about your name?
And yes, and you'll, of course,
Your
thank you.
name
You'll
going
write your
on the
name on the
line.
top.
It's a
Yes.
name on the top.
All right. I can pass these out for you guys.